Yes, my name is Odette. I come from Uganda, East Africa. I am a lecturer in Kyambogo University, and Kyambogo University has a faculty of special needs and rehabilitation, in which we have a department of visual impairment studies, and I'm the head of the department. And this is a conference for tactile reading, which is in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Yeah. What I enjoy in Braille is training learners with visual impairment or learners who are blind in pre-Braille skills. In Uganda, we do this one using locally available materials. We are blessed that in the northern part of Uganda, we have access to different locally available seeds of different sizes, and mostly that is what we use. We teach from simple to complex, easy to complex, and to train a learner we use different approaches in pre-Braille skills. The first approach is the sorting approach. First of all, we bring locally available containers which are not in use, and we bring 3 containers to a child, and we mix big seeds, as I said, simple to complex. So one of the big seeds we start with are dry maize, seeds of dry maize and beans. We mix them together. Then we use tactile means to instruct the child to sort beans and put them in one container and maize in another container. We encourage that when a child is tired, he can rest. Then he'll start from where he or she started. The activity can even take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month, because learners have different abilities. And the child does that sorting. As the child is doing sorting, is training the feeding ability. When he finishes that task, we take the child to a more complex task still of sorting, and the next level we can give peas and soya bean. Soya bean is oval in shape, more or less the shape of the bean, and the peas are round. Then they sort to feel the difference, but they are the same size. When I finish that, using the same procedure like we started with, then we go to a more complex sorting activity, and that is sorghum. You may not be knowing what sorghum is, but it is one of the seeds which we use to make local brew in Uganda. Sorghum is the same size as a seed. Sometimes we can put sorghum together with some small stones which are rough, and sorghum is soft. But also sorghum has another seed which is the same size. So we mix them together. That seed is lapena. They are exactly the same size, but some tiny differences, and that's what we intend to train the child in. People from northern Uganda understand what lapena is. We mix them, and the child uses more sense and more thinking, and applies a lot of feeling to differentiate that. When the child passes that, we now go to the second last activity. We pick rice, which is known in the whole world. Rice and wheat. Wheat is also known in the all parts of the world. The two have the same size, have the same shape, but rice is more slippery than wheat. Then they select that. They are all oval. When we finish that, we go now to the size of Braille cell. And the size of Braille cell, the one we use in Uganda, is millet. Millet, we use it for local bread, millet flour. So millet and a seed called wheat. No, not really, excuse me. Millet and a seed called simsimi. Simsimi is flat, millet is round. They sort that. That is the real size of Braille. And in between, we keep encouraging them. We keep giving them appraisals. We keep encouraging them and telling them that they have passed. Even those who are slow, whatever step they pass, we encourage them. And that is very important, more especially for a child with vision impairment. When they finish that, they have finished the skill of sorting. Another skill we use is fitting. We make them fit also from simple to complex, buckets together, saucepans together. They are training their fingers for tactile skills and finger dexterity and some fine motor skills. Apart from fitting, we start also from big saucepans, small saucepans. We got small buckets, smaller up to the small size of containers of bottles. That's the second task. Another task is tracking. We put different threads and they track them using fingers. That one trains them to have left to right orientation, hand-eye movement, which will be a skill for reading and following a line, tracking a line. And that is very important. They first track large lines or maybe large threads or locally available tracking materials like banana fibers, which maybe you don't know. Then up to when they track a line of a thread, which is the size of it's a Braille line. The third activity. Then the fourth, we also make these children cutting using dry leaves using scissor. That also trains them for the fingers to be flexible. Yes, those are several activities, and I want to say, to tell all the educators of learners with vision impairment that pre-reading skills is a very, very important component when training learners with visual impairment. Very, very important. For children who are sighted, I have known that when we were young, they used to give us pre-reading activities. I did not start writing straight away in a book. I started by writing in the air. I started by writing on the ground. So if we can give pre-reading skills for children who are sighted, what about children with vision impairment? They even need it more. Thank you so much.